Do you think that Craig Jones just kind of sits around? I'm going to botch this fucking Australian accent right now.
Oh, please do.
You know what would be funny, mate?
Brother, come on, Kenny. You can't give up now.
If we threw $1 million competition the same day as that cunt Gordon Ryan's competition.
Brother, That was a bad.
Yo, I wasn't planning to go Australian, all right? Welcome back to the pod. My name's Kenny, here with my buddy Matt.
Hey, Kenny. How's it going?
It's been a week. It's been 2 weeks since the last pod, and there's been some comps.
Your boy's done a lot in the last 2 weeks. We both have. I went to Disneyland.
I did that 2 weeks ago.
It was pricey. A little $600 day on top of the tickets we purchased, which is about $600 plus the parking. It was pretty expensive. 2 turkey legs, 3 pickles, and a churro. And that Fantasyland bathroom will never be the same. O's Nation left his mark. I tell you that right now. But, good time. Kids did pretty good. We went for my daughter's birthday to help, before it got too hot. Her birthday's in the summer, but taking a little baby in there in the summer ain't going to be no joke. So we got it in early. It was good times. I had a good time. I'm a Disney head. Anybody knows that? Like I said, I'm very into my Disney, into my 90s sitcom. That is my genre. So I was thinking when I was there, I was like, man, if Level Black had Mickey Mouse ears, can he wear them motherfuckers? Hey.
Even then, maybe not.
You would. I know you would.
When I was leaving, we went a couple weeks ago, maybe I think it was like the week before you guys went, for Sadie's birthday. Like it was like a week after her birthday. And we're leaving California Adventure, like to go home for the day. And as we're walking out of the park, some kid comes up to me. He's like, I had a Level Black sweatshirt over my shoulder because it was kind of warmer. And he's like, oh, nice hoodie. I was like, yeah, thank you. And then we bullshitted for a minute while we were walking. Turns out he trains at Checkmat. He's a Lucas late guy. Yeah.
Nice.
So, small world, man.
Yeah. Then, yesterday, dusted off the old fucking gi and competed for the first time in about a year and a half.
How do your knees feel?
My knee felt great because, cortisoned it. I felt good.
Oh, that's right.
I have not. I mean, they might be hurting a couple weeks, but right now your boy ain't feeling shit. So I feel good. It was out there. Started off, it was pretty crazy. On Friday, they put me in the Master 1, which is fine. Like, whatever.
But you're not. You're Masters.
The guys I was going against were some like Grand Slam champions, some pretty big names. I'm like, dang, I really pissed IBJJ off. And like whoever, maybe they're friends with them, and like they're coming after the guy who talks shit on the internet. Like they're trying to fucking put me on a poster, And I was like, so I messaged them. I was like, hey, I don't know if you guys put me in the right bracket. I signed up for Master 3. You got me in Master 1. I was like, it is what it is. Like, whatever, man. Smoke is smoke. Like, I'll handle it. And they're like, oh, no. We're sorry. You're now Master 3. Change me to Master 3. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't even look at it again. They're like, I get my thing. You're on mat 10, mat 16. So last night, the night before, rather, I searched the guys I was going to compete against. And I was like, okay. One guy looks like a strong dude. One guy is an ex-UFC fighter guy. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I kind of did some little recon. I know I said don't do that if you're going to get nut up, but, your boy does do that because I try to find any advantage I can if I can find something online. It's hard not to look up the guys you're going against and see if you can find
especially
something.
at black belt level, there's going to be.
So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Like, fine. I walk into the bullpen and I see the guys that I've been looking up all night. They're standing there. I'm like, oh, here they are. Cool, sweet, whatever, 3-man bracket. Let's get this going. And I go to a different bullpen thing than them. They turn in on like mat 8, and I'm at mat 16. I'm like, am I in the wrong spot? And I'm like, I had like PTSD of being a little kid getting on the wrong school bus. That happened to me. Like, then the bus driver's like, where do you live, kid? Because I'm done. And I'm like, oh shit, I got on the wrong bus. I'm supposed to be on the little one. But like I forgot, so I was like, I'm starting having PTSD here in the bullpen. And I'm like, I go up to the girl, the little mat, like lady who walks you to the different spots. I was like, hey, I think I'm in the wrong I'm wrong spot. I think I'm supposed to be in a line with those guys over there. And then she's like, looks up my name. She's like, no, it says right here, Matt Vega, Master 2. I'm like, I'm supposed to be Master 3. She's like, oh, you're a Master 2. And I'm all, I am? I was like, all right, well, whatever, man. She's like, should I talk to somebody? I was like, no, just whatever, man.
Yeah,
I don't care.
what it is.
Like, I was literally Master 2 like 4 months ago. You know what I mean? So like, let's get after it. Like, and so we go to Master 2. So I don't know any of these guys. You know, I don't know any of them. So I go to the first guy, and you know we freaking fist bump, and I'm telling you, 30 seconds in, this guy he John Wicks me, and fucking
I seen it.
Wraps me up and starts does the hammer dance and starts spinning in front of me. I thought he was overhooking, and then to come under and grab my belt. So I was gonna try to grab the belt on Uchimata, right? He didn't. He started doing that little spinny wrist lock thing.
Yeah.
And he fucked me up, bro. Got me, subbed me, like right off the.
In the video, you can see he grabs his own gi top out of the lapel over your arm, and then spins. And I'm mangled, bro. Like my hand still hurts, and I'm married. I need this thing. So like, I mean, you're a righty.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm the stranger. But so like, I try, like, so I'm wrecked. I'm like pissed, bro. And he comes up to me and like, I'm not saying wrist locks are dirty. You know, your boy don't like wrist locks. We've talked about this many times. I'm not saying wrist locks are dirty, okay? Because why would you ignore 2% of the body? But I'm not saying they're dirty, but they're kind of like kissing your sister in jiu-jitsu. They're kind of frowned upon, right? Like it's kind of like foot stomps in MMA.
Okay.
It's kind of like you could do it, but like, dude, you're an asshole. Don't stomp on my feet. What are we doing? You know what I mean? So, and he comes up to me, and this is how you know. This is how you know it's kind of a dirty move. He comes up to me afterward and goes, "Hey, sorry, bro. That's kind of my thing, though. That's my go-to." It's like I'm like your go-to. I'm like, he's like, yeah. If people don't see me roll, bro, I hit everybody with that. If they've never seen it, like if they're not ready for it. And honestly, as a big guy, most of my jiu-jitsu journey, I've never experienced.
Right. I've seen a
video of it.
Yeah.
But no one's ever attempted it on me because big guys like to fucking head-to-head smash, top position, crush, right? I'm not used to a guy going overhook. Fine, seen that. But then start doing the hammer dance and spinning on me like a top on the bottom, like wrapping me up. You know, I'm not used to that. So and what did they say in fights? What knocks you out? The thing you don't see coming. Yeah. I didn't see it coming, and he got me. And like for him to say like to apologize afterwards, yeah, you apologize after your win. Yeah. You know that like it's frowned upon. Right. So it is what it is. Congrats to the guy who beat me. Wasn't dirty because it was legal, but it is what it is. You know what you did. But you know what you did, right? Not dirty, but you know what you did. So whatever. I was like, dude, I paid like $115 for this, and I haven't got the fight yet. Right. I was fucking pissed. I was so mad.
Thank God it was double elimination.
I don't know who the next guy was. I didn't know who I was going against.
Yeah.
And I didn't give a fuck, but I was fucking pissed. Your boy was not happy, was not in a meme-making mood.
It was very evident.
I was not a happy man. So second guy comes in, and, you know, I get the takedown, and I pass his guard. I knee to the face. You know, in comp, knee to the face. But like, knee ability.
Was it intentional?
It wasn't intentional. I was trying to go knee to neck.
Okay.
Because I was having trouble.
It looked like he just got caught.
I was having trouble. So I was going to try to put like a knee on neck and then swim my hand. But like, I kind of like, as I was going for knee, I didn't have to swim my hand and kind of let me pass. And I kind of just landed, 256 on his orbital. But whatever. End up passing, end up cooking, end up ninja choking and get my second dub. Get my first dub, actually.
You went knee on belly.
Went knee on belly for a while, too.
Yeah.
I did the fucking Princess and the Pea. I did all my stuff.
You racked up points before you even attempted to.
Yeah, like your boy likes to cook before I go for a sub because if you're on a high level, if you go for a sub right away, you might miss it because it got energy. So I'm trying to drain a little bit,
Right.
So I was able to get my win and ended up taking bronze on the day. The second guy didn't get to go against him, obviously. So he got second because I was first one to lose. So that automatically put me in for third. Right. So that's just what happens in a 4-man bracket. So
the guy got wrist locked he won. So
he ended up winning the whole thing. But
yeah.
I would love to like do some real jiu-jitsu with that guy.
Right.
So hopefully I can get that one back someday.
Yeah.
If they fuck up and put me in a lower division. But like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't get the chance I really didn't feel like I got a chance to showcase, but that's on me for not getting caught. And, you know, I was talking to my coach afterwards and he's like, you'll never get caught in that again. I was like, damn right. I'm not even, someone overhooks, dude, I'm just letting go the collar. Like, and I think in the second fight, someone's like, he tried it on the second guy too. And the guy's like, fuck no. I was unfortunately the guinea pig who didn't see it. That's the first one, you know?
Right.
So that's what's always good when you're in the bullpen to scout
the other match.
Scout your other guys and see what they like to do. Because there's a couple guys, and when I was coaching, I was like, oh, this guy lapel drags to his right side. So when we went to get something, I was like, here it comes, boom, and they were able to stuff it. So, yeah. So I got bronze. A lot of our guys did good. Shout out to Team No Sleep. Shout out to our 6 a.m. guys. You know, everybody fought hard. Everybody did good. Essa, Brock, Walt, Esme, all you guys killed it yesterday, and I'm just proud of everybody for, you know, just putting it on the line, you know what I mean, and really getting after it and saying that, like, you know, it's not about wins or losses for me. Jiu-jitsu, like I've said, jiu-jitsu is like for memories.
Yeah.
You're not rolling for today. You're rolling for when you're old and past it, and you're not putting it on the line anymore, and your grandkids are going through your Jordan and be like, dude, what's this photo of grandpa or grandma competing?
Right. What's all these medals?
Yeah, well, grandma was a bad bitch or grandpa was a bad motherfucker.
Right.
That's what it's about. And you're fucking just me like, you're not playing golf. You're not playing pickleball. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're fucking getting after it. Mano a mano, man on man. That's not about wins or losses. It's about putting it on the line and saying, I am. So for everybody who competed this last weekend, congratulations. Win or lose. Proud of you guys. So yeah, that was pretty much my experience of this weekend in the comp.
Let's
also before we go, you guys need, if you're gonna do this event, you should have just, if you're gonna come watch, you should have just competed, because it was about $115 with parking.
Yeah.
But just to watch.
Yeah, I paid $26 to get in. I paid $13 for my kid. I'm like,
and $18 for a hot dog. Like, dude, like.
Yeah.
It was a little high priced. I get it's at Poly Pavilion. It was a beautiful event.
Yeah. IBJJF needs to step the fucking game up, bro.
Bro, UCLA, Poly Pavilion, that's a little bucket list right there. Like you know, that's a lot of play where Kareem played and Luke Walton, all these guys. Like
it's a beautiful venue, inside and out, adequate parking. You're not walking half a fucking mile.
Bro, you just walk right in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, parking garage to staircase to event. You know,
beautiful.
Yeah. I wish IBJJF, I'm not IBJJF, I'm sorry. I wish Jiu Jitsu World League would allow vendors other than they had like a shop that was just Jiu Jitsu World League gear. They don't allow any other people to come in.
Yeah.
They kind of keep and that's every Jiu Jitsu World League event I've been at. They
want to sell their stuff.
Right. But like sometimes there'll be like a gi vendor or something like that in case you kind of get fucked, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess Jiu Jitsu World League is a little more lax on that. So
I mean, they're doing big things. Jiu Jitsu World League is doing big things. They're kind of like on the,
and they're becoming a lot more frequent.
And with all this drama with IBJJF crooked refereeing,
yeah, oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like refs betting on fighters and like refs having bets with each other, and it's just all exposed.
Yeah, yeah.
We've seen the emails in Portuguese and deciphered them. It's all exposed. These refs are dirty.
Well, last episode we briefly talked about the lockdown gate, spit gate, and so I became a victim of that.
Oh, that's right. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Fucking my boy Kenny competed.
Yeah,
since the last time, and I was like, Kenny got gold. What's that getting gold? Well, Kenny didn't get gold. Kenny got DQ'd, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Brother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was the face I had when I got a silver medal around my fucking neck, because that was bullshit. At no point in time, so I'm going with this guy, and Matt had showed us this takedown with a baseball bat grip on the lapel. I hit it in practice 3 times. I'm like, I'm gonna give this shot in the comp. His weight was real low. He was real squatty, ass out. You know, so it was hard to kind of like get
almost like he was gonna pull.
Right. So I ended up grabbing the collar and just pulled him into half, went deep half, got a lockdown, shifted his weight back and forth, finally got the underhook for deep half. And I was going for my lockdown deep half electric chair sweep that I do all the time. I've probably landed this sweep 50 times in the last like 6 months. And I've never had an issue with any of my teammates getting injured or anything. I'm not even remotely close. As I'm going for the sweep, I've got the underhook on the left-hand side so I can lift his torso. I've got his left leg over my right shoulder, lock down his right leg with my left legs, or with both my legs, I should say. And I'm rocking him forward. I'm completing the sweep. So the sweep's happened. I'm completing the sweep. And he screams out loud. Screams. Ref stops the match. I'm thinking, okay, well, that's a verbal tap. You know, he stopped the match. We sit there for a minute. Medics come out. They're moving his knee and stuff. They look up. They tell him it's done. Stands us up. They raise his hand. Like, what?
What?
Yeah. My coach is on the sideline going, what the like Jason, who never loses his temper, was definitely heated. Everybody's, even people that are watching, just random people that are watching the match are like, what the fuck? You know? Once they make that decision with IBJJF, there is no coming back on that. Once IBJJF makes a decision.
One thing about it is you cannot leave the mat. If you're trying to question it, you have to stay on the mat.
Yeah.
A lot of
times.
And
I did until the guy came. Once the official came over from the side, so not the actual ref, but a side official, then I left the mat to go talk to him and my coach. And he was just like, no, you're done. Like, and he tried to explain it, why it's illegal now. And even Jason asked Poncho after the fact. Poncho's like, no, if you're doing an electric chair as a sweep, it's not illegal. And Jason's like, well, he was. And I don't know. So, and then I went on Google spree afterwards, and I'm looking at stuff 2-3 years ago where people were saying like, yeah, electric chair sweep and IBJJF all the time. It's totally legal. But the week after it happens to a Brazilian by an American, and they call it a heel hook, then I get dinged with that as well.
Yeah, it was like the hotness, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw some pretty crazy comments about that situation. They're like, not black belt, the freaking, you know, the guy who like, I guess try to get after the guy is like not honor of a black belt, but also the guy who didn't fight back.
Right.
Not a black belt.
Oh, really?
Well, then not like if you fight back, someone gonna try to fight me, spit at me.
Right.
We're fighting, dude.
Right.
I don't care. Beat me up.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, some jiu-jitsu guy at the Jiu Jitsu World League today just got murked. I don't know what that's about. I don't know the backstory on that, but today, breaking, literally like an hour or two ago on the Discord, this one you guys need to be part of.
Yeah, that was a live photo too. That wasn't something pulled off the internet.
You guys need to be a part of the BJJ Balance Discord. Okay. We'll be posting links all week. Look for them. Some guy got straight mollywopped.
Just blood
leaking from the forehead. And he was wearing
a coach's
patch. So, and he's a big guy. And every time I see big guys get murked, it makes me sad. But you know what I mean? Like I don't know what the context or what happened, or if you got whatever, man. We're going to say you got jumped. But
that's some unruly moms.
Only on the Discord can you find stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, Kenny, if, speaking of the wrist locks, you know what I mean? Speaking of the wrist lock,
brother,
I don't know if, you know, I've been getting really into like women's basketball. Like, and then your boy likes to gamble.
I'm sorry.
I like to lose money. So I've been watching WNBA basketball.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Man, it's hard up for professional sports right now, folks.
Watching some WNBA basketball.
Just layups and
Clark
bricks.
Girl. Your boy's growing a mullet. I'm wearing jorts.
You're becoming a lesbian?
Am I becoming a lesbian, Kenny?
If you sell your truck and buy a Subaru, yes.
I have a Subaru.
Oh, shit.
My wife drives the Outback.
Yes.
And I've been wanting to drive it. Because it's better on gas.
You're like, I don't know why, but I really want to drive your car today.
Am I becoming a lesbian? Let's be honest. If I am, can I fight in the women's division? And if I do you ladies wrist lock? Because if you don't,
because he's over it.
I'll fully commit to this fucking lifestyle. I'll buy a Jeep. I'll buy a Jeep Gladiator. I won't lift it. I'll put a dog mom on the back. You know what I mean?
I'm 100% aware of this vehicle.
I'll sing TikToks.
Vacation Palm Springs a lot.
Yeah. I'll talk about forehead kisses and shit. Have you seen that girl? Have you seen that girl?
Bro, I made a comment on that.
Where you at, ladies? Where do ladies who like country music?
On the BJJ Balance page, in fact, I made a comment on one of her posts. And I said, why do lesbians dress like dudes did 5 years ago?
Yo.
It's at like 2,000 likes.
Why do lesbians dress like dudes did 5 years ago? And why do Brazilians listen to old school like music that's not cool anymore? Like American style, like Linkin Park and like, you know what I mean? Like they're like behind, they're like stuck in 2010. We're playing Neo. Ooh. That's what I want to know.
So do Brazilian lesbians? That's the ultimate combo of old.
Amanda Nunes. This girl's on fire. Like, you know, I'm a champion or whatever those fucking songs are. Like, hey, I don't know. But like, if that division's not wrist locking, your boy could, you know, my ego's hurt.
Your boy could become your girl.
My boy, my ego's hurt, you know? My ego got hurt. My ego got hurt. My bank account got hurt at Disneyland. My ego got hurt at fucking Jiu Jitsu World League. It's been a rough week.
Well, speaking of things that Matt could be, if Matt's not a lesbian, is Matt the Eminem of the Jiu Jitsu world? And what we mean by that is, are you appropriating the culture?
Okay, so I got called out, not on purpose, but kind of got called out on. So obviously there's crazy floods in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to help contribute to help that out, Joao Cease has like a GoFundMe for that. And so Check Matt all got together and did some like super seminar.
Right.
And everybody went down there, like Bushesha was down there. All these great guys were down there, like showing stuff, Poncho, everybody. And so a couple of my students come back and they're like, man, a lot of people say, oh, it's down there. He's like, but when they say it, it's like, you can tell like it's like part of them. Like it's not like Americanized, you know what I mean? It's like they're like, oh man, this belongs with them. It's like their word, you know?
Right. Like, dude.
Yeah. Like, and so it's like, I was like, so when I say it, am I basically like, you know, the B rabbit of the O's? Am I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I like the Woe Vicky? Am I Woe Vicky in the O's community?
It's like when an old white dad says, that's sick. That's dope.
Like, do I say it? Do Brazilians look at me like cringy? Like I'm using a hard R?
Hard S. A long S. He says O's with the long S.
Fuck. But, you know, it is what it is. I built this thing around it. So we ain't turning back, dude. I'm embracing it. I shout out to everybody at Jiu Jitsu World League also who shouted me out. I heard a lot of people, O's Nation, yelling at me, and multiple guys coming up to us saying like, dude, we love the podcast. We love the podcast. Guys competing, guys in the bullpen. That was awesome, guys. And like I said to you guys personally, I appreciate you guys for listening and for watching. We both do. So, you know, that was awesome. So I think I might become an Eminem. I'm definitely like, you know, Malibu's most wanted O's guy.
B Reggie.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu comp news. Aside from the fact that IBJJF completely blows goats, in my opinion, and Jiu Jitsu World League is throwing these phenomenal looking competitions that are far more organized than IBJJF, by the way. Fuck IBJJF.
Was nice.
The Craig Jones Invitational. The $1 million tournament. The biggest payout in all of jiu-jitsu tournaments. Not only is he doing that, Craig Jones is being extra petty.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing it in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
the same weekend as ADCC, in the last venue that ADCC was at. And he's starting to take ADCC athletes. People are dropping out of ADCC to go to compete in this Craig Jones Invitational. Why? Do you know if you win ADCC, do you know what your winnings are?
What?
10 grand.
10 grand.
Okay. Just by competing in this Craig Jones Invitational, the athletes will be paid $10,001. Not even winning, just competing. So you just got to compete and you already get $1 more than if you win the whole thing for ADCC. Winner gets $1 million. Tackett Brothers out of ADCC. Wild.
I've heard a couple sides to this, and I guess as the athlete, because look at jiu-jitsu, it's hard to make cash.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu, it's very hard. And I can see how you're like, dude, I need this bag, 10 grand?
I want to say Andrew Tackett.
10 grand? I don't got to fly anywhere?
I want to say he made a post about it, about why he pulled out of ECC to do this. And he said, it was a hard decision to make because I really felt like I had what it took to win ADCC this year. However, $1 million doesn't just change my life. It changes my entire family's life. He's not wrong.
He's not.
And if this isn't in just being like a one-off thing, like if this can actually get some legs behind it and the sponsorship dollars are there to help develop this. Like Craig Jones he's good at what he does. You know what I mean? He's one of the best in the world, but he's not the best in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And he just knows how to market himself and go viral, you know? So he can get the financial backing behind this, and this thing becomes something that's consistent, or maybe partners with another large scale tournament like this in the future. This could be massive.
It could be massive
for jiu-jitsu.
But you also got to think.
Or is this going to end up being a fire fest?
You also got to think, look, ADCC is established.
Yeah.
Having an ADCC gold.
Yeah, is a big deal.
You get yourself in a conversation of goats. You start talking animals when you start winning those things, right? The glory of winning $1 million of this tournament. Is this tournament going to be around in 5 years? Is it going to be around in a couple of years? Right now, you're sacrificing your prime physical condition. If I'm the Tackett Brothers, I'm in my peak physical condition. I think I can win it this year. It's the long, but I win ADCC, you're instantly seminar prices go up.
Right.
Instantly merch, demos, BJJ Fanatics, all that. You could make $1 million doing all that.
Yeah.
Just off that. I know some guys who make $8,000 to $10,000 a seminar. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like you can make really, really good money. So I'm thinking like risk versus reward. Craig Jones, he is obviously serious about this, obviously. But
I think
it's Craig Jones. At the end of the day, it could be like, oh, there's $1 million in his chest, and you open it up, and it's just like a cardboard cutout of naked Craig Jones, and he just joked everybody. Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know ADCC is real. I know it is serious.
I think his initial attack, as far as like putting it on the same weekend and whatnot in the same place, I think it's smart because it's getting people talking about it. You know, he created a Craig Jones Invitational account separate from his own account. It's already at 25,000 followers, like in a week, 2 weeks maybe. That's wild. So massive growth. I think by doing all the little petty things, the $10,001, the same weekend, the last venue the ADCC was at in the same state or same city, whatever, like all those little things are going to get, it's controversial. People like controversy.
That good girl, I never remember her name.
British chick.
She pulled out and she's doing Craig Jones now.
Correct.
Why? Because she knows there's millions in the bag. She was already favored to win ADCC.
Right.
She's like, I was going to go there. Most of the good girls are still going to do ADCC. They're not all going to pull out.
Right.
And now who am I going to owe it against? Like the cream of talent is not going to be very steep this first year for this $1 million bag.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get good grapplers, but like I'm assuming a lot of the better grapplers are still going to stay ADCC for this year.
We'll see. I know it's I know a lot of people have developed relationships with Mo Jassim that runs ADCC. So
he's a Gordon Ryan guy.
Yeah.
And
I think that's part of another great Craig Jones is kind of like a, fuck you to that thing. I think a lot of it is just to kind of rub Gordon the wrong way kind of a thing.
Well, yeah, because guess what? There's a good chance. We haven't seen Gordon roll in a long time, but there's a good chance he's in 2 divisions again. There's a good chance he's gonna have a very good ADCC.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great chance, right? But what are the headlines gonna be?
Right. Stealing
double goal, boom. Oh yeah, Craig Jones, $1
million,
and,
yeah.
And Gordon, you haven't been rolling in a while, and all of a sudden now you're in the shadows again. Like it's like you're competing. Like
right.
That's cool, Gordon. This guy, $1 million. Yeah. What are you gonna do with your money? I'm going to Disney World. Don't do that. It's a lot of money.
Do you think that Craig Jones just kind of sits around and just like, what would be funny? If we had, I'm gonna botch this fucking Australian accent right now.
Oh, please do.
You know what would be funny, mate?
Brother,
I can't even.
Come on, Kenny. You can't give up now. Throw shrimp on the barbie.
If we threw $1 million competition the same day as that cunt Gordon Ryan's competition.
Brother, that was a bad.
That was terrible.
That was a terrible.
Yo, I wasn't planning to go Australian, all right?
He's like, yeah, that was not in the pod notes. Like, today, the day.
There's nothing in here about speaking Australian accent.
Also, if you've heard, I don't know if you follow Brandon McGavran, if you've heard his Henzo Gracie impersonation, holy shit.
Is it money?
So money. It's like, bro, B-Mac.
I'll have to get him to do it.
You gotta get him to do it, dude. That was so spot on. I think he did it on Zoltan's story, but it was funny. No, I think I said 7 times. I think.
Calm down, Brendan Schaub. Little CTE flare up.
I think I saw a putty cat. Foghorn, leghorn over here. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's good news. Any more jiu-jitsu is more jiu-jitsu, right? Jiu-jitsu here, jiu-jitsu there, whatever. This eyes on jiu-jitsu is big right now. I think that's great. It says Craig Jones is never serious.
Right.
And so it's like, dude, how serious is this?
Right. Could this just be a massive... I don't think that would be the case. I mean, if people are backing out of
oh yeah, you can get sued.
Right. Well, I mean, and that would the thing too is that that this is also putting Andrew Tackett in a bad place with ADCC. Like, do they even invite him back next year?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So is he going to get a blacklisted, under the table? I don't think they'd ever announce something like that, but who knows? It's an invitational tournament.
It's like switching gyms.
Yeah.
In the same city. That kind of...
I'm feeling real...
There's that kind of feeling to it. It's like being Checkman and going Atos.
Calm down, bro.
You know what I mean? Isn't it like that?
They opened an Atos in the town that I'm going to be moving to in Texas. There is no Checkmate there. Trust me, I checked. I mentioned that to Matt, and he about fucking had an aneurysm. What? Atos?
Atos, come on, man.
We had a topic brought up by a friend of the pod, Nate, 6 a.m. guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he travels a lot for work. And so question that he had would be training while traveling, do's and don'ts. So I know we've spoken about this in the past where you're saying when I'm on vacation, he's just maybe I pack a gi, but he's just I'm on vacation. I'm not trying to do jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to hang out.
But if you're traveling for work.
But yeah, and he does that a lot. So he says that he used to do it a lot more pre-COVID. And then after COVID hit, gyms got weird about drop-ins, which I think that's kind of loosened up a bit, I would say.
Gone now, yeah.
But I would say just out of respect and whatnot, some things you've kind of mentioned in the past, definitely reach out ahead of time. Don't just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Most gyms, at least in my experience, because I have when I went on vacation to Arizona to visit my parents, I hit up a gym and I took a gi in the off chance that I had some time to go train. I didn't end up doing it, but they were very open to it. They're like, yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of, especially where my parents lived in like a small town, so like anybody that wants to come train that's like outside smoke or what, they were probably going to be stoked on that. You know,
yeah, you're looking for new heads to squeeze.
Yeah. So yeah, reach out ahead of time. Go introduce yourself to the black belt when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Have a smile on your face. Don't be weird, you know, and don't go in there expecting to like kill people.
Be nice to the girl at the front desk.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the professor's wife.
Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I think, yeah, I mean, if it's the same team affiliate, I don't even think you have to really message them. Look at their schedule and then walk in and be like, hey, I train under so-and-so in this town.
Right.
Oh, cool, man.
Right. I know 10 Planet's very much like that. And I know check mats are like that.
You know, I like,
larger
you
affiliate.
train for a check mat? Oh, or where? Oh, under who? They all know each other.
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Or if they don't know your visit, oh, he's a black belt under, and then, oh, just got to go one lineage up and they'll know him.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I don't think that's not a big deal. If it's a gym you don't affiliate with, yeah, then we DM them. We message them before, like, hey, I'm going to be in that city this week and this week. I was wondering if I can come in training. Is there a drop-in fee? Most likely, the gym will be like, no. If it's a crazy Baja, they'll be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's a $45 drop-in fee, $150 gi. Do you have one of our keys?
And half a Bitcoin. But like,
now you're going to need to wear a rash guard under that. Do you have a Gracie Baja rash guard?
we gotta buy one.
Yeah,
no loaners.
$300 later. You could train there for once.
But no, I think it's I think it's fine. I think like I said, like to me personally, if you go to a rival school, like I've said, you're gonna get, if you're wearing your patches, bro.
Right.
And you're not, that's a different school. It's not a check mat, it's a different school. They're gonna come at you hard regardless because you're a new guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna let this new blue belt come in here.
And you're the enemy.
And then beat me in front of my professor and then leave and never see him again. I can never get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're going to want that back. So, like, these guys are going to come hard regardless of your patch. But, like, especially if we're in another school, like, you're going to get, it's not going to be like light rolls. So, if you're kind of banged up or hurt, like, be careful. Because these guys are going to come for your neck.
It's going to feel more like a comp round.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an open mat either, too. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, maybe by the third day, it's like, oh, he's back. He's been there for a week, you know, like, oh, hey, man, welcome back.
Right.
You know, if you wanted to avoid that, you go patchless and be like, yeah, I'm thinking about signing up. You just tell the guys in there. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about signing up. You know, I'm just trying out this jiu-jitsu thing. I used to train back in the day.
There you go.
And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, cool, man, come back. And you'll get nice, friendly rolls. And be like, nah, just kidding, guys. I was on vacation. See you later.
Have you seen this yet?
I haven't.
Oh, this is good.
First of all, the guy's wearing a fucking Woody rash guard.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
And to me, if you're wearing this kind of rash guard, you better fucking be good, dude.
You ready for this technique breakdown?
Yes.
Leave the nose on his face. Hey, you take his nose again, I might have to DQ you, okay? Stop. That was the most significant. Yeah. But the other guy took the nose twice.
What the fuck?
Everything was going off of it, yeah.
The nose take attempts were close, but we couldn't give you the decision just for those.
Dude.
He got his nose twice.
What the
once
fuck
early
did I
in the
just
match,
watch,
once late in
Kenny?
the match, but that can't get you the decision win, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. And this is what you don't see in gi. That's what I got out of this. This is what you don't see in gi. There's too much horseplay and funny business in no gi. You know what I mean? Everybody's a jokester, like Mr. Jokey Joker. You know what I mean? I can't. I got your nose.
I would be in fucking tears if I saw that live.
If someone got my nose, bro, and then like, look at what he did was he took the nose and no one realized it. And he took the nose again and he still didn't get a reaction he was looking for. Because you're fighting somebody, bro. And you're wearing a freaking Woody rash guard?
How short are those shorts?
Bro.
Those are beyond shorts, bro.
Bro, I've seen.
Those are Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, bro. Like that. This is what I'm talking about. If we want to make jiu-jitsu
Dangerous again?
dangerous, mean, whatever again, the funny business got to leave. Like, I'm not saying don't have fun training. Like, yeah, laugh, have fun with your friends. But like this, well,
it would be funny.
This doesn't do good for jiu-jitsu. This thing is on every, you know how we as a jiu-jitsu community shit on all other martial arts? Like, look at Taekwondo, no, they're kicking paddles. Look at these guys. Right. Look at the guy fucking not really touching him and throwing him down. Look.
This is McDojo in jiu-jitsu.
This is on those pages. The funny Taekwondo page.
Yeah.
They're posting there. It's like, this is why jiu-jitsu is gay. You know what I mean? That's what's happening for this video. Why are we giving them ammo? We're the superior sport. We are the top tier fighting martial art. We are the end all be all. We don't have to be jokey. You wanted to go viral, bro. But come on, bro. What are we doing, dude? You lost. You didn't even try to pass guard. You pissed me off with this one, Kenny. You fucking lost. He lost. Because he was trying to. I thought it was a wristlock video because sometimes you put your hand on their head.
This is
a bait for a fucking wristlock. And you just grab the guy's nose. I would have fought.
This is not the reaction I expected.
The fuck? Got your nose. That pisses my son off, and he's 8 months years old. This guy you fought just paid a fuck ton of money to compete,
and you took his nose.
And his highlights are going to be of his nose getting taken. He can't even post it. He's like, yeah, I got the win. Oh yeah, I'll show the highlights. Oh yeah, we didn't do shit. I didn't even. And first of all, you didn't even do shit. Guy's reaching for your nose, freaking arm drag him. First of all, secondly, the guy in the bottom, stand up and pass the guard. He's sitting on his knees, reaching for the nose. You're not even being dangerous with your legs.
I wonder if he uses the jokey "get your nose" as a setup for something that's legit, and the guy just didn't take the bait.
I thought he was like putting the hand on the head. Sometimes you can put the hand on the head and use that as like a the pass or like a wrist lock or something, but it's all the guys like this guy with the beard together looks like fucking Weird Al Yankovic.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is classic try to be funny guy in jiu-jitsu. Like they all look like this. No one's taking shit serious.
Guys, here's why your hormones suck. If you're listening to this, then chances are you may be one of countless guys who are struggling to see the results they want in the gym, in the mirror, or even in the bedroom. Most guys are focused on testosterone. However, that's only 50% of the answer. Without adequate growth hormone and its end result, growth factors, you can't optimally absorb the testosterone you have, no matter if it's synthetic or natural. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus fills in what you're missing out on to help maximize your performance in the gym and even how you look in the mirror without any needles, side effects, or doctor visits, all at a fraction of the cost of synthetic treatments. Over the last few years, BioPro Plus has been taking the medical community by storm as a faster, easier to use, and 100% safe alternative to prescription HGH and peptide treatments. It's become an underground favorite for professional and combat sports athletes and has been featured in Men's Journal, Muscle and Fitness, and even venture capitalist magazines. Simply put, BioPro Plus is getting real guys, real results, really fast. Check them out and enjoy your new look on life. Oh,
listener questions.
All right, Big Steve Q, what do you got?
As a white belt, how long should you train before competing in your first comp?
Whenever you feel like you want to get after it and fucking man up and fucking be that guy.
Yeah.
There is no time frame.
We have a guy that started maybe like a month ago at Dedicated and competed in his first comp yesterday and took silver.
Look at guy. Look at there is no time. You'll know when you're ready. If your coach says, yeah, get after it, bro. Like, fine. Now you should know some basic things. But you're a white belt and you're not gonna know shit. So just get after it and make mistakes and lose and win and have fun and enjoy the experience and unlock the freedom of your regular class.
I remember I was sitting next to Kaylee. She's one of the kids coaches. We were watching. This kid's name's Tommy, new kid. I say kid, he's 30.
Damn children, dude.
Yeah. And I said, because he comes from a wrestling background. I trained with him a little bit this week for his comp prep and stuff. And I said, I think if he does well in this tournament, this is going to be what gets him hooked. Like he's been here a month, so he's coming back. You know what I mean? But like, if he does well in this tournament, that's where the bug's going to hit. She's like, yeah, I think you're right. And then her husband was in the same bracket. So when they podiumed, they went up together. So she went to go meet her husband, and she came back, and she's just like, I talked to Tommy. He's hooked now. And I was like, hell yeah.
That's cool. Some people really get mad at you when you don't compete.
I know.
I mean, to us, it's like, hey, man, everybody has a different fucking reason for competing or a different reason for training in general.
Right.
Why do you care if so-and-so competes or so-and-so doesn't? Man, you're so good in the training room. You're a fucking monster. You kill it out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I got bills to pay. I got this. I got that. Like, everybody has a different reason why or not. You know what I mean? Especially older guys.
Right. It's like, dude, right now, your wife is off of work.
Yeah.
So you've got
weekends off.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you went to go compete and coach. She's going to stay home with the kids.
Mm.
My wife works weekends. I stay home with my kid on weekends. If I want to compete on a Saturday, my wife has to take a day off from work, and then she wants to come as well. And then she's got to drag my kid out of the house with her. You know what I mean? My child's 6 years old. She's not going to sit still at a jiu-jitsu comp for 8 hours. You know what I mean? So she's got to occupy my kid, and then like try to, when I go out to actually compete, try to focus on me, but also like keep my kid in line. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of people at jiu-jitsu competitions, and as a parent, it can be a little daunting. Like, fuck, can't take my hand or, my eyes off my kid. How are you supposed to watch a competition if you can't take your eyes off a kid? That kind of thing.
Right.
So there's a lot that goes into it for some people. Some people aren't married, don't have kids, don't work weekends. Competing on a Saturday is not a big deal for them. It's just another thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's different things for different people. There's a lot that goes into
nerves is
competing.
A real thing. Nerves is a real thing for some people. I had some, what I like to tell my guys is everybody has dreams. Everybody has dreams of standing on the podium, having a gold medal, getting your hand raised, posting it to your social media, and like all that. But I've never been into dreams. When I compete, I'm into nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if I win or lose. But I just want my opponent to know that motherfucker gave it all.
Yeah.
He was a problem. And it's not about wins or losses. I want him to look at me and be like, I don't want to fight that again.
Right.
So that's my mindset when I compete. I'm not trying to, of course, I'm trying to win, but I don't care, win or lose, you're going to know who you fought.
Right.
That's my mindset.
Okay.
And once you can start thinking like that and change the narrative of how you feel in the match, as like, I'm the monster in this movie.
Do you think
I'm not the good guy. I'm not the protagonist. I'm the antagonist.
Do you think that goes more into looking at this as a fight and not a sport? It's not a match. It's a fight. It's not a you know what I mean?
Yeah, perhaps. Bad guys lose.
Yeah.
And so once that, I'm the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beating these good guys. They're going to know who they fought.
Right.
And that's kind of my mindset when I go into the matches. Like, I'm trying to ruin someone's day. Wherever I fall, I fall. Hopefully it's on that number one box.
Right.
But that's how I get through it.
Freedom to Fight asks, why did you start your podcast?
Well, okay. We can go this is a way callback if you haven't seen episode 1. Okay. This is how me and Kenny got started. I taught a class at Dedicated Jiu-Jitsu for Professor Medina, and Kenny DMs me and goes, man, I really enjoyed what you taught, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, hey, no problem. Cool, man. It was awesome. So I followed him back. No big deal. I start posting things saying, I think guys who don't back their cars in are beta and stuff like that. And everything I posted, especially my fun facts from my Friday. So what happens is like me and Kenny we are a perfect balance because we're very much the same, but we have a lot of stuff that is different.
Yeah.
I am godly. Kenny's not so much godly. We have a lot of different yin and yang stuff going on, right? So that's what makes us click. And I was like, so every time I would say I do this, he'd be like, "Oh, I disagree. I do that."
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
vehemently disagree with people that back.
so I just DM him.
I
I was like, bro, I knew you were gonna come in on this and tell me something else. I was like, we'd probably have a pretty good podcast. 3 seconds later, Kenny takes a picture of all his gear, which Kenny has great gear. He's the free, like, if it was like a dick measuring contest of like the gear that we get to use here, Kenny's dread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The man's Mandingo. You know, he's like, we were at the, the event for UFC Fight Pass, and their media guys were like, "Whoa, dude.
Who are you guys with?
Look at that camera.
Yeah.
We're at better equipment than the event."
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, "I got the stuff." And I'm like, "Don't tease me, bro. You trying to get me hard?" I was like, "Don't tease me." Cause if that's the case, I was like, cause I have always been a pleasure to have in class, but talks too much. Okay. I've always been a talker, right? I always can be that. But I'm just dumb, me like, boom, I'm not like techie at all. And he's like, "No, I'm serious." So we literally set a date. We thought of a name. We didn't even have a script for the first episode. I trained with Kenny one day, taught him some stuff.
Yep.
We had maybe 4 or 5 text messages on what we're going to do. I show up to his house and we cut a podcast within 10 minutes of knowing each other.
Yeah.
And that was episode 1, the BJJ blind date. So that's why we started a podcast. And it just,
it was fun.
It was fun.
It didn't feel like work. It's never felt like work. There's a lot that goes into this. People ask that. I'm like,
no, we doing a lot of shit.
Between setting it up, editing the pod, cutting the clips, coming up with, memes to promote it, things like that, just callbacks, stuff like that. That's just when it's me and you. God forbid we set up an interview with somebody. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of like scheduling stuff that goes into it. We have a shared note on the iPhone. So like he can edit it, I can edit it. We can both see what each other write, which is neat. Thank you, Apple. That's fucking dope.
Sweet Apple. Fuck you, Android.
Yeah. So it's like there's constant like, back and forth, like, topics, things like that. And it's just like, and then we're doing more with the Discord and things like that, trying to help build the community. But it's never felt like work. It's always fun. You know what I mean? So and the end product is such a good feeling. Like when we post this pod, it goes out on Tuesday and you watch it and you're like, fuck, it looks good. It sounds good. It felt good. Like it's funny. It's entertaining. You know what I mean? It's never felt like work. And it's a lot of work, but it's never felt like work.
They say when a perfect sitcom comes together, like Friends or a good show, they can tell by the pilot if it's going to take off just by the chemistry of the two guys or the cast, right?
Right.
And you're like, wow, they're all funny people, but like together, like it's just message, like they just have it. And I feel like we've kind of like found something. And it shows that you guys, with your guys' support, that you guys like it, and we don't plan on stopping. So like, yeah, that's what it is. It was literally a BJJ blind date.
Yeah.
That turned into something. And guess what? I met my wife on a blind date. That's just kind of how I do things, dude. Blind date, dude. But the only thing about this is I didn't like release myself before we met.
There's no post-nut clarity here, folks.
You on a blind date with a girl, you like something about Mary. You don't want to go in there with a loaded gun. You never know. I want to perform.
Brother,
we both reached for it at the same time.
What we got next, dude?
Wrist lock. Silver bullet ass wrist lock. Dick move or not?
brother,
Personally, I like
Farmer
that.
J, shut up. Next question, dude. I'm over it.
Wristlock Johnny has become a friend of the pod.
Brother, for your name, dude. I'm just not in the mood today, John.
I bullshit with him all. He's got some gi stuff coming up, some dirty move jiu-jitsu gi stuff coming up. But he asked, did you think about doing the xylophone while you were doing the knee on belly to that guy?
No, I was thinking about I was still mad about the first match, dude. I can't really remember much about that second match. I was so pissed.
He just blacked out and was in a rage.
Bro, that's how I feel. Like I really didn't,
Matt Vega is known for lasso on the internet. Matt Vega in the gym definitely does lasso in the gym. Matt Vega in the gym is known for throwing you, getting on top, and cooking you until you can't breathe.
Yes.
That was what happened in that match. It was Matt. I sent the video to Jason. His response was Matt Vega 101. Like it was textbook, everything about it. The throw, even I was sitting next to Kaylee and she was like, oh my God. And I showed Wendy the video last night. She goes, what the fuck was that?
I like the smash.
Yeah.
And I like to mangle, and I like pressure, and I like to cook, and I like to be heavy. I like to feed you my shoulder, and I like to make you bleed. I like to make you squirm. I like your rib cartilage to pop, and I like to freaking be the nightmare
right
of your role. And so you're like, fuck that guy.
Matt's jiu-jitsu is very, he's in a sport jiu-jitsu competition, but it feels and looks like old school Gracie defense pre-UFC, fight jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? I'd say if you were 15 years younger and we're at the skill level you're at right now, I could see you in like a combat jiu-jitsu kind of a thing.
I would love to do that. That was back then.
Yeah.
I also, like lasso is something I love, but I don't want to do it unless I have to.
Right.
That's something I'm going to go to if I get put on a bad spot on my back, which will happen from time to time because I'm not the greatest jiu-jitsu. I'm not claiming to be the best black belt in the world, but I would say I am a black belt.
Yeah. Legit black belt.
Yeah. So it happens. But I like to smash people, and I like to make them squirm, and I like to pressure tap people, and I like to, I don't know, man. It's just something about fucking breaking the will of another man is just great to me. You think what I'm thinking, buddy?
Aim for the bushes, brother.
Guys, it's been great. I'll follow us on all our social medias at BJJ Balance on Instagram, at O's Nation BJJ on Instagram, at Freak Party BJJ on Instagram. Kenny will post on TikTok soon. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon,
Discord,
and the Discord. The BJJ Balance Discord is on fire. I post memes on there that I am afraid to post on the internet. That I know Instagram will ban me or kick me off or
shadow ban you. Yeah,
they are not for kids.
Yeah,
I post them on there. If you guys want to repost them on your stuff, you can, but it's not going to be on my page. It'll have my watermark on it, but it ain't going to be on my page. So if you want exclusive memes that no one else has, I'm there doing that. And it's an easy way to communicate directly with me and Kenny. And we're trying to set up something where maybe we'll go live stream on the Discord during the pod so that you can watch us actually talking live, maybe interact with us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things with the merch works there. Merch, like we're working on merch. So like we'll start posting like help you guys be involved and like kind of, we like that. We don't like that. Oh, we do that before we like bring it out.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of see like from the ground up of like what we're thinking about making and stuff like that. So a lot of cool stuff on the Discord, BJJ Balance Discord. Follow us there. Again, guys, stay 500, cook motherfuckers, protect your wrists. See you guys next time. Os.